great party, isn't it?
Three,
me.
2, 1, go. Welcome back to the Blood Bros.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming.
Long time. Last time was our Cars 2 video.
Oh God. And our last episode on our Wes Craven movie series was Deadly Friend, which you hated and I ironically liked.
I can't, man. It's so bad. No, I don't even want to start on that movie. Okay, let's get to the Serpent and the Rainbow. So,
Okay, this movie we're talking about today in our Wes Craven review series is The Serpent and the Rainbow. It was directed by Wes. Here's the plot synopsis. I haven't done this in a while.
yeah.
Plot. So a man and Dr. Allen, is trying to discover a powder that supposedly brings people back to life, and discovers the horrors of what is going on in Haiti. And it's inspired by a true story.
It's
Take that with a grain of salt. I am legit
a
serious. You
little
should
bit,
always.
a little bit in the dream sequences, yeah.
And the entire third act.
Yeah, which
For sure.
is all like could be I don't know. It's weird, it's wacky. So basically
Whenever you see that in a horror movie inspired or based off a true story, take it with a truck of salt.
yeah. And then so basically the movie's about this guy, right, who gets sent
Dr.
off
Allen.
to Haiti, right?
Haiti.
My bad.
You just said Haiti?
Yeah, my bad. And then so he gets sent off to find this new drug, right, and learn about the
Yeah.
drug and voodoo and all that.
Because
And
someone has supposedly come back to life.
eventually he messes with like the Haiti government. No, sorry, Haiti's government.
Haiti government, Jesus.
My bad. And then he messes with the Hades government, and so they end up killing him, and he becomes a zombie, which is what he's investigating, right?
Well, thankfully his soul gets captured and become. It's a whole lot to unpack here.
It's quite a bit. So I've read a bit about what this
some
is
historical background on here.
Based on. So it was a book he wrote about himself, the guy, the author. So basically, the author is the main character in the movie, right? And he wrote down everything that happened.
Which, he could.
And so,
you know.
well, zombies could possibly be real, like the voodoo stuff and all that, but
They definitely exaggerated.
There have been a lot of people that talk about the book and they criticize it for being a little far-fetched, and it doesn't delve into a lot of this stuff where there's a lot going on in real life behind the drugs and the voodoo and the Hades government and all that, where the book just kind of tells you surface level, and the movie kind of adapts it the same way. It's very surface level, you know? So, what did you think
it's a horror movie.
Yeah.
The positives. Let's go into our positives. I like how, you know what? You start with the positives.
No, you start. Okay, the dream sequences are really good. I like them quite a lot.
They have a different feeling to them than the ones in Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, they do, and they can be quite trippy, and they actually have some of like Wes Craven's.
They're a lot more trippy than in Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, a lot more. And they're some of the best Wes Craven visuals, you know, out of any of the some of the best imagery comes from this one. And
the imagery, like all the horror related sequences, especially near the third act where everything just goes AWOL.
Or when he's limping around in the street, and I think there was a POV in that one. It was like super wide. Like the thing, and it kind of stretched out how everything looked. It was super cool looking.
Also, here's the thing for future Wes Craven movies. Every future Wes Craven movie just goes AWOL in the final act.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank you for spoiling every Wes Craven movie from now on.
I have not spoiled anything.
No, structure is important, you know.
Well, it'd be like me saying in every... Oh, by the way, in every Michael Bay movie, something's gonna blow up.
Okay, okay, you got me, you got me. So, but the movie, good visuals, and
did did visuals.
Aiden, what about some of your positives?
I like the final act a lot in this movie. It was just utterly insane. I like it when Wes Craven does like horror. I like it when he goes like nuts for it. His best work always has like a nuts act. I from the movies I've seen of his, he does best at the third act. Like the
This
cream,
also feels
it
like
just goes
a
utterly insane.
it also feels like a culmination of all of Wes Craven's past work just coming together, This is
That
when
would
he like all of his stuff from his past, right? All the experimentation he did in like
the
Nightmare,
nightmares,
yeah, and the
all the
Nightmares
trippy
and
dreaming, the
Deadly Blessing type
psychological,
stuff.
yeah, like the whole like psychological stuff, like philosophy and all that. Somewhat,
Also, he likes to explore different locations with
yeah,
different cultures, and it shows a lot in this one. And this one has very interesting, it shows a lot of like a very
yeah,
interesting culture that I
yeah, Haiti
thought was
culture.
cool.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
yeah, I like the villain of this one. What was it? Petro? Yeah, Petro, the main villain, and you know the one who literally
hmm
like nails the nail into the
yeah,
poor
it
Allen's.
was a good
Uh,
scene.
yeah, that was great. He's a great villain, and he's not like usual Wes Craven villains, where he's like over the top, like yeah, or or just swearing constantly. He's like very like laid back, like you best leave now, Doctor Allen. Don't come back, Doctor Allen. I'll
Bit of
put a
James
nail through
Bond.
your wing. I'll put a nail through your wing, Doctor Allen. I want you to scream. I'm
Yeah,
not sure how good of an accent that was. I'm pretty sure someone might comment that I did a
I
racial.
I don't really know. To be honest, I kind of forgot about the villain. You know, is I don't know. It's not very memorable, but I can see where you're coming from. Where it was like
Yeah.
it wasn't bad. I didn't stick out as something like that bothered me.
I like the main lead in this movie, Bill Pullman as Dr. Allen.
Who starred in Spaceballs?
But
Spaceballs, right?
but most people know him as the president from Independence Day.
He is. I haven't seen Independence Day.
Me neither. I just saw the trailer.
Spaceballs is. It was
Oh yeah,
crazy seeing him
we
in
all love
this.
space. I like his co-stars, like the one who is trying to like get his name out there, like, hey, I made the powder, or and the whole and his sidekick slash girlfriend,
Yeah, and do you know
and
that the girlfriend thing actually happened in real life? Like the author of the book, the girl he was assigned to like be with down there, he actually like dated her. It's
congrats. The rest
real,
of the
yeah.
story is full of horse stump. Is full
Nah,
of
there's
horse.
a little bit of stuff.
A little bit.
Wes
It,
Craven actually was in like a lot of trouble when making this movie because he spent like 11 days in, I keep wanting to say Haiti, but it was Hades, and the government, there was a lot of riots going on down there, and they were
yeah.
in a lot of danger while making it. Like they could have died.
Did you hear the story about how one of the producers were on a hallucinogenic drug and thought the whole crew was trying to kill him? You haven't heard of that one?
No, I don't know that one.
That was a fun read.
It probably helped out with some of the
He was
scenes.
on the top of a roof yelling at Wes Craven, "They're trying to kill me!" After he asked one of the voodoo people, like, "I want to learn how to do voodoo," and then he got on a hallucinogenic drug.
Yeah, yeah.
It was wonderful stuff.
See, a lot of this stuff like I've learned about the
Yeah,
production have
yeah,
actually like made me appreciate the movie even more,
yeah. And for such a short runtime, they do a really good job at like cramming like what should be like more than an hour and 30 minutes. It this feels like a full like almost 2 hour movie, yet it's packed into a nice 1 hour and 30 minute movie.
I'm gonna have to disagree because it presents stuff that would be in like a longer movie, like the narration.
Yeah.
Like, that reminded me a bit of like Apocalypse Now, like a longer
Hmm.
kind of thing, Days of Heaven, narrating over what's going on. And then it's so short, like the narration doesn't seem to really add much to the movie. And then also there's a
We
part.
haven't got into our mixed and
Okay,
negatives yet.
okay, okay.
Hold your. We have structure, remember?
Alright, structure, yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any more positives?
More positives. You know that makeup on the one dude that was in like the opening and at the very ending, and he had a torch in his hand and a top hat. That guy?
No.
He was
I
looking really
forgot
cool.
about him.
He had makeup on his face. It was like black and white, and he held a torch and he had a top hat. I think
I have no idea.
he looked cool as heck. I just gotta say that. And then also just how it's this movie's got some production value and a lot of scope. Like
This
they have.
movie was made with like 11 million, no, $8 million.
I know, but still, they like have a
Back then
ton of
when movies were cheap
extras.
to make.
Yeah, they have a
Back,
lot of extras though.
yeah.
Like a lot
Uh,
of people. Like there was a big scene where like thousands or hundreds of people are just walking. Do you remember that?
yeah.
It was impressive to me because you have to
Yeah.
coordinate that. That's quite a bit of work.
Yeah. Yeah, back when movies were cheaper
Yeah, a
to
lot more
make.
movies were made back then too. A lot more money was put into the film industry. That's why there was such variety. Nowadays, how many movies are in our
It's
theater?
either a Marvel movie or pretentious horror movie.
Not always pretentious, but yeah, there are some pretentious horror movies.
Have you
Or
ever heard of Black Christmas 2019?
are you serious? They remade Black Christmas, or is it a sequel? What is that?
Twice.
They did it
They remade
twice.
Black Christmas twice. You can Google it, but we're getting off track. We'll
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
about it after.
yeah. But it's a unique experience. This movie.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's very
Let's
different
enter our
than
mixed. Our mixed.
our mixed. Oh wait, real quick before the mixed, music was
Mhm.
pretty solid as well.
Oh yeah, yeah. And the nightmare sequences, the music. This is generally a overall good movie, which is a good thing for you because you were starting to get off the hype train.
Yeah, yeah. Still a little swerved, but I like this one. So
Yeah, you. It was like a slow descent. Like I'm not liking this. Then Swamp Thing, then Nightmare on Elm Street. Like ooh, and
all right,
then
no, it was not Swamp Thing
and
that put me back on it. It was what's that movie? What's The
Deadly
Hills Have Eyes
Blessing.
Part 2? That was the one. That was when
You
I know we were dealing with a talented man.
not Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, that too, but more importantly, Hills Have Eyes Part 2. I think that's a kind of a guilty pleasure of mine. In fact, it shouldn't even.
Funny how we have completely different guilty
Oh
pleasures.
no, well, like
You like
it might not
Hills of
even
Eyes
be a.
Part
It might not
2.
even be a
That's
guilty
your guilty
pleasure.
pleasure. My guilty pleasure is Deadly Friend.
You can have Deadly
Forget it.
Friend. You
Mixed.
can have Deadly Friend.
I will take it. Now
I,
let's move on to our mix before we go ape. Before we go crazy.
Yo, speaking of crazy, frick, I lost the segue. I had this. So how did I mess that up, bro? I was gonna segue from crazy, and I freaking there's so much crazy stuff in the movie
There is a ton of stuff in this movie.
but I screwed it up. I was gonna say speaking of crazy, and I couldn't think of it.
Were you gonna say Nail and Wong?
All right,
Nail and
no,
the
that's
Wang?
that's in the good section. We're not putting that in the mix.
What was the crazy you're talking about? Like,
No, I was
yeah,
trying to segue. I
yeah.
was
This
trying to
movie's
say I
again one more
spoofed it.
positives. This movie's fine. You scoofed it.
Yeah, I goofed it. What were you saying?
Uh, okay, my main mixed, and my only mixed. This movie could have been a bit longer.
Mixed. Um,
This could have been a bit
I
longer.
disagree.
They could have. It doesn't have to be like an hour, like 2 hour movie. I would just like appreciate like 5 more minutes.
For what
But
though? Like, what did you need?
I don't know, like maybe more in the third act, like
In the
maybe more
third
in the
act.
third act, more or more explanation on the potion thing. I don't know. I just feel like there could have been more.
All right. So I don't feel that way
But
because
but the reason why it's a mix because I'm happy with what I got.
yeah, because it's still a good movie, you know.
Oh, it's a very good movie.
I'm gonna have to disagree with the length though, because did you really feel like you needed more scenes of just people talking about the drug and him just hanging out with his girlfriend, you know?
Maybe one more nightmare sequence.
Yeah, maybe another nightmare sequence, but that's not really necessary, you know? I get it because the thing is, this is my mix. The pacing is kind of whack, okay? Because
Whack.
yeah, it's a little whack.
I thought
You
someone
get
was behind me.
these like really fun, easy to watch dream sequence. Not easy as in they're like not scary. I mean they're just like entertaining, you know.
Mhm.
But everything else in the movie, just between the characters and the story, isn't very interesting. And when the characters in the story just pop up, it just kind of comes to a halt, right? The movie just kind of slows down. And then it speeds up and it speeds up for quite a bit of time and then it goes super fast and it slows down. And it speeds up and then it's over. And that's the movie. You don't in most movies you have a building, you
I
know?
think I could feel that more in like the first act.
Yeah. It's just
Yeah.
in most
More
movies
so
you
in the
feel a building,
first.
you know?
Yeah. It's more so in the first and second act. Like most of the first act
Well, yeah,
and in the middle and a little bit in the second half.
yeah,
Otherwise,
because the third act's just crazy. I mean,
yeah. Okay, that brings me to my one negative. What caused the riots? I'm legit serious. Like in the movie.
all right, yeah, it was real life stuff like happening, and it had something to do with the drug, but I don't even know.
I here's what I've been able to here. Okay, I don't know who. Thought someone was calling me. Um, the best that I've done is that a political figure was coming back to the town, and everyone, I guess, doesn't like that person, so they're rioting at.
Oh no, I think they wanted him to restrain the drug, like to
I thought they were just overthrowing a. I thought everyone because they seem happy that he was seemingly coming back, so I'm guessing they were overthrowing the other person
yeah,
trying.
maybe or I think I heard a line or something or a little thing. I can't quite remember what it was, but it was about like give me a second. Hey, I'm on a call. I got you. Bye bye. All right. Hey,
Who is
I
that?
will. I will. That's my mom. It's my
Um,
mom. Hey, so what was I saying? Oh, there was like a little mention or something about getting rid of the
yeah,
drugs, but I don't really
getting
know.
rid of the. Well, that's my one negative. I have no idea what caused the riots.
Yeah,
That's my uno negative.
I would
Oh,
say if I had any issues, it would be again. I said the pacing. I put that in the mix, but that's more of a negative, to be honest.
yeah.
And just the story and the characters didn't grip me all that much. It was entertaining at points, and it wasn't the worst thing ever. Like I wasn't horribly bored, but
Really? Because in your text messages, you were saying this is really good.
well, that was when like that was like the first 20 minutes, where he's like in the jungle with that cheetah, and the dream
Yeah.
sequence. I was like, oh wow, this is pretty good.
I don't know. I felt kind of disturbed, like he's playing with an imaginary cheetah. Just something about like that, where it views out like he's not playing with anything, is a little. I don't know. I find that a little uncomfortable.
What do you mean? Like the
I don't know. Just like someone being hallucinating something is just always doesn't.
is
It
scary to
makes me
you?
uncomfortable. It makes me uncomfortable.
I've seen so much of that crazy stuff, man. I, I just
Uh,
I don't get phased by movies anymore because there's always like an idea like this is a movie like while I'm watching it. Like, and I
yeah.
don't tell myself that. I'm not like, oh, this is a movie, this is a movie. Don't get freaked
Oh,
out.
like
It's
the
just funny.
last house on the left, promotional material. Oh, like the original Last House on the Left, where they were asked you to repeat, "This is only a movie. It's on." You never seen the marketing to that
No,
movie?
but it honestly sounds like pretty good marketing.
Yeah, especially with the movie we got.
Yeah, a lot of people like that though. I was reading Roger Ebert. He likes that movie quite a bit, and I was like, Roger Ebert, like that guy, the famous movie critic guy.
To be real, can we just forget about that guy because his reviews are pretty inconsistent. I mean, he gave The Hitcher a 0.
What's The Hitcher?
I have not seen it, but what I've heard, it's basically a masterpiece.
The Hitcher. All
Oh,
right, I'm looking this up. What's The Hitcher?
a
Give me
horror masterpiece.
The Hitcher. It's the 86
Make
film.
sure you Google 19. Yes.
All right, yeah, people like that movie. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no.
I know,
Oh
I
no.
know. We'll if we don't finish up the conversation in time, then we can
Okay,
start a
we
new
should
one.
move on to our ratings. Um if I were to give this a score, it'd be easy and an 8 out of 10. Simple.
Oh,
I liked
dang.
it a lot. I liked it
That's
a
quite a
lot.
lot. What did you give Nightmare?
9.
Okay, okay. So this isn't quite up there with Nightmare. I'm
No.
with you too. I wouldn't say it's quite as good as Nightmare just cuz with Nightmare, it's like, it's an engaging movie. You're with it like the whole
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
The Serpent and the Rainbow, it has its moments of greatness. And you know
You
what?
gave Nightmare a 7,
Yeah, yeah. I would say like this movie when it's doing at its best is better than Nightmare in my opinion.
which it does have a lot of good moments.
Yeah, it has a lot of good moments, but just overall I'm not like a huge fan. So I'd go like a 6 out of 10. Solid 6.
What is an 8 and 9 to you?
8 and 9. Well, eight's like a pretty good movie, like a great.
What are like
Actually, no,
7s
it's
and
like a
6
a
for you?
great. 6 is like good. 6 is like it's a pretty good movie. You know what I'm saying? It's
7s? What are
seven's like
7s?
very good. 8 is great. 9 is like masterpiece, and then 10 is like this is perfect.
Hmm.
Just for me, because it's not actually no movie is actually perfect. It's just
No movie is ever perfect.
not a single movie.
Citizen Kane is not perfect. I
I
have
love
never
it
seen
though.
that
That's a
movie.
10.
I have never seen Citizen Kane, but I definitely know it's not perfection.
I saw that in a theater. It was great. It was a lot of fun.
So,
And then the bird. Have you heard of the bird?
I have not heard of the.
You
Is that
don't
the
know
one with
the
Michael Keaton?
no 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 the Citizen Kane bird.
No.
So like later in the
We're
movie.
getting off
Okay,
track.
okay. Let me just tell you this real quick. At one point in the movie, a bird shows up. It goes right in front of the camera, like squawks super loudly, and then it just flies away. Like it has nothing to do with anything. It just happens, and like it's like a jump scare basically in Citizen Kane. And when we all sat in the theater and we all watched that, everyone just burst out laughing when that happened. Like everyone was dying of the bird. It was fun time. It was a good time.
Oh, alrighty then. Um, so this has been the Serpent and the Rainbow. We will continue our Wes Craven series with his next movie, Shocker,
Shocker, yeah. I'm interested. I'm
with
interested.
Mitch Pileggi as our villain.
Mitch Pileggi. What kind of name is Mitch Pileggi? Wait a minute. How do you
Apparently, he's
spell
from.
that?
I have no idea. I'm not even gonna.
Mitch Pull Leggy?
He's the guy from. He's supposedly a guy from X Files or Supernatural, like the granddad from Supernatural. Apparently, I don't know.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into that. So he's the star of the next movie we got, Shocker, right?
Yeah, yeah, shocker. Which, from what
This is
I've
his
heard, is
last days
probably.
movie.
Oh yeah, then we move into the '90s where he was king.
Oh my god, that's crazy. Oh, so Ted Raimi, Sam Raimi's brother, is in the movie.
Where? Wait, hold on. What?
He like
Okay.
he briefly shows up. I guess it's like a cameo appearance.
I don't think it's a cameo.
It's not. He's like a character.
I have no idea. Hold on. Shocker.
He's in the
Just
cast.
don't
Like
take. Let me see. He. Who is. Who? Ted Raimi. He plays Pac-Man.
yeah.
He plays a character called Pac-Man.
I guess maybe the story is similar to the story of Crime Wave. So they were like, we should get you in here. You know Crime Wave?
I've seen the trailer. No, I'm not. I haven't seen it.
I've seen the movie.
I
It
heard
was
it was
something.
awful.
It wasn't like the worst thing, but it's like slapstick, but it's
I heard
annoying.
that had a lot of studio meddling.
Maybe. I think it was like Sam Raimi's first studio movie.
It was.
Yeah. Which isn't a great start, but he made Spider-Man, so
No, he
can't
made
hate the man.
Darkman.
He made Darkman too. I gotta see that. I haven't seen Darkman.
I need to see Darkman too. Either
No,
way,
don't
we're
watch
running out of
Darkman
time.
2. Darkman 2 sucks. You know they made
I'm talking
Darkman
about the
3?
first one. I'm talking about the first. We're getting off track. Stay tuned. Blood Bros podcast. Our next movie is Shocker.
What is Shocker that I wait. Give me a second. Give me a second. Keep. Shocker that Wes Craven's film career isn't gonna get better. I don't know. Is gonna get better. Is gonna get better.
What?
You said it's gonna get better, right?
Oh, it is good. It's a. Well, I'm not sure. It might be a bit of a fall with Shocker. I don't know. It could be a good guilty pleasure thing for us. Then we move on to his cult classic, People Under Stairs. Then we go down with Vampire Brooklyn. Then we go up with the Scream franchise and Music of the Heart. We fall a little with Scream 3, but not by much. We fall hard by Cursed. We rise up by Red Eye.
Got
I'm
this
not
all
sure where
mapped
we're gonna.
out.
I'm not sure where we're gonna land on My Soul to Take. That is a 10 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, well,
And then we go up with Scream 4.
and then that's his last movie, right?
Yeah.
And then we'll be free. We'll be done.
Well, we soon will be free.
Yeah.
And we can then do a review series on Michael Bay because I want to torture you.
Yes, clearly, bro. Michael Bay. How long is his movies anyway? I let it slide with Wes Craven because each of his movies are like 90 minutes. Michael Bay has like 3 hour long movies.
He has 2 hour, well, close
Like
to
2 hour,
3 hour.
30 minutes. Yeah.
I've only from what I've seen of his career, I've only seen his good movies.
So, what would that be?
That would be Ambulance, The Rock, and Pain and Gain.
Ah, Pain and Gain.
I have also upsettingly seen the first Transformers.
I've seen that too. I think that and Transformers 5 are the only movies I've seen from him.
Oh, you poor boy.
Yeah, that's
Especially
why
for
I can't.
T5.
Yeah, T5.
I actually plan on watching his Netflix exclusive Six Underground.
That was pretty popular, actually. That was with Ryan Reynolds, right?
Yeah, that movie looks like the ultimate B-movie action movie.
I don't know, man. I'm not a big fan of Ryan Reynolds, me personally.
What? But he Deadpool.
I know he Deadpool, but like he also Free Guy.
You don't
Not
like
a,
Free Guy?
no, I didn't like Free Guy. You liked Free Guy?
Listen, I like Free Guy. I think it's a perfect 8. It's an 8.
Goddamn,
Where do
that's a
you
lot.
where do you where do you put it?
I give it a 2. Goddamn, we might have to do Free Guy soon, bro.
What did you what made
It's
you
a
so mad
bad
about it?
movie. No, it's just so bad. I wasted so much time. It's like 2 hours and 12 minutes long, and it feels that way. And it was such a waste of my time for me. My experience with it. Like, a
Okay,
lot
when
of
we
it is Truman Show and They Live, which are like infinitely better movies. And it wasn't funny. Like, I wanted something funny, and it wasn't funny. We gotta no, we gotta talk about this, okay? We
we're
should do
both
like an
gonna rewatch
episode or
the
something.
we
Yeah.
should both rewatch that movie and see where we stand.
Well, I'm pretty strong where I stand, and even on a rewatch, I think I'll do it for the podcast.
I'll do it too. Either way, next up, Shocker.
Shocker.
I'm not sure what I'm gonna feel about this movie.
All right, Aiden. What's your joke for this episode?
Oh no, I do quotes, you do jokes.
I don't. You didn't do a quote.
And
You gotta do a joke.
I already did my a quote. It was Dr. Allen.
That's your
I
quote.
could
That's the
be
name of a
I could
character.
yeah. I know that because I know you see me in your dreams. I know that because I was there, and I could be there anytime you close your eyes.
Oh wow, wow. I did. That's pretty long, man. You memorized.